Hey guys, it's Janie. Welcome back to the Bookworms Buddy. It is time for Thriller Thursday. So this week I chose a book that's kind of listed more in the horror section than the thriller section, but to me it read more like a thriller, and that was Just Like Mother by Anne Heltzel. I really enjoyed this book. And in this book, we are following Maeve and Andrea. Maeve is the main character. And when they were children, they were involved in this cult. And it was a cult for mothers. They had like 4 different mothers. And this was more of a movement for women. You know, men were just good for one thing, and that was making these women mothers. So that was pretty much the idea behind the cult. So moving on, Maeve and Andrea get away from that. Maeve ends up, I think she was 11, she ends up with a family, Patty and Tom. She's trying to make her way through life. Of course, you're always going to be, you know, looking over your shoulder and that kind of stuff. And Maeve just started wondering what happened to Andrea. Andrea was actually older than Maeve. I want to say by 3 years, if I'm correct. And Andrea was always more for the cult, where Maeve was not. She was always looking after Boy. There was a little boy that was among them, and she kind of took him under her wing, you know, because she already had seen things, and, you know, they keep it very vague. You learn this stuff as you go through the story. So anyway, Maeve is wondering what happened to Andrea. Is she happy? Is she get married? She have kids? That kind of stuff. Maeve doesn't want children. She much prefers to be single. And she just has her hookups, you know, that kind of stuff. So, out of curiosity, she does manage to connect with Andrea. And the whole time you're reading this book, you're just like, well, that's a little weird, or she's a little off, or why would they say stuff like that? And you got to remember, this was a cult-based book. And their minds went a little funny. So I'm not going to tell you much more than that. This book was released May 17th of this year, and I just now got to it. I got it on my Kindle, and I really enjoyed it. There is a lot going on. It's very dramatic, lots of excitement, some pretty good plot twists in here, and it just kept it going. And I was feeling so many different things. I was very apprehensive for Maeve, and then apprehensive because of Maeve, and then apprehensive because of this person and this person. It just was a roller coaster of a ride. I ended up rating this book 4 stars because I really did love that feeling of doom. Like in the whole book, you just never knew which corner you were going to turn and what was going to jump out. So it was fantastic. I absolutely loved it. I felt there were some parts that were a little bit predictable, and so it didn't get 5 stars. It got the 4 stars, but it flowed very well. I really loved the way it flowed. I loved the way the story was told, and how it just leaves you hanging on by a thread just because you want to know the next thing that's going to happen. And there were, like I said, there were some good twists and turns in this book. So if you're looking for a really good thriller / maybe horror, because, you know, some parts might be a little graphic, but yeah, definitely more thriller to me. And I actually also used this book as a book with eyes on the cover. I could have used this for the doll one, but I used it for eyes on the cover for the Jack Skellington Nightmare Before Christmas readathon. And yeah, I read this in just a couple days. It was great. It was fantastic. I enjoyed every minute of it. Enjoyed the characters, enjoyed the plot line, and enjoyed not knowing what was going to happen next. That was like probably my favorite part of the whole book. So if you want to read a good one for this season, because I think it feels great for spook season, go pick it up for your Kindle, or go buy the book. Like I said, fantastic. If anybody has read this book, then let me know down in the comments. Let me know what your thoughts were on that. But that is it for me today, guys, for Thriller Thursday. Thanks for staying tuned, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.